every child was beaten, punished, locked in a dark room, made to eat their own vomit. And I would say most of us had our mouths rinsed out with carbolic soap. I remember liking it initially. I thought, wow, loads of places to play. And as soon as I walked into the playroom, I threw up, and a couple of children came to clean it up. But as soon as the social worker left, that was my first beating. One of the nuns came in and literally pulled me by the ear, which was really painful, and kind of flung me across the room and really tore into me and said, "You clean that up, young lady, or I'll make you eat it." So I thought, okay, maybe this place isn't so nice after all. The first sexual abuse was with a priest when I was 8, and I had a little part-time job cleaning the pews and so on in the church. And this particular priest would arrive early, and he would ask me to go into a particular room with him, and he would ask me to sit on his lap and fondle him. He tried to fondle me, but I just pulled away. But one particular horrible incident is when he was doing that, and one nun, she walked in on us, and I thought, yes, finally, someone's realizing what's going on here. And instead of being angry at him, she got really angry at me. And she yanked me by the left arm so hard, flung me across the room and called me a whore, and told me to get out of there. And I didn't know my arm was broken at the time. It was only the day after that we realized. I think in some ways it was worse than just sexual abuse, because I was punished with a broken arm for doing something a priest had forced me to do. Sometimes they would have like this rope around their waists with a crucifix hanging down on the left-hand side, and they would literally whack you upside the head with a crucifix. I'm Catholic. That was a horrendous thing to experience, to see a crucifix literally slamming you in the face. When you went to bed, unfortunately, you were stripped in the morning. The bed was stripped. You had to take your soiled sheets along a long corridor past the boys' rooms to a cold shower, and you were chastised and punished. And if they were really nasty, sometimes they would make you sleep in the sheets for several days. And of course, if you soiled every night, it was not a very pleasant thing. I think the nuns realized then that I would be believed if I told someone, so the physical abuse stopped then. That's when the psychological abuse started. The only way I could cope with Smyllum was not to let them see that they were breaking me down or that they were trying to break me. And when a nun came along who kind of figured that out, that was my survival strategy, and then when she did everything she could to break me down and make me cry in front of other people and make me feel weak and that I was worth nothing, that is probably the most devastating thing I've ever had to experience in my life. She almost made it such that I didn't get to university. She did everything she could to sabotage. I've never met someone who tried to destroy another person in such a way, a systematic way. Thank God she didn't succeed. That's just heart-wrenching and disgusting, and oh my goodness, so many. I mean, we knew there were a few, we didn't know there were that many. I mean, and to be in an unmarked grave as well. It could have been me, you know, it could have been me. I could have been one of them. When I have a child or a woman or even a man who comes to my office and they're broken because they've been raped, abused, tortured, there's nothing more satisfying than fixing it. I know now how to help them. I wish someone had done that for me when I was a child. And there's nothing better than fixing someone who's broken and giving them the confidence to know that they can be what they want to be. Your past is part of you. You'll never get rid of it, but it doesn't have to define you. All of the stuff I went through I now use on a daily basis to help other people. I am angry. What's really making me angry is that the powers that be in the Catholic Church knew this was going on and they didn't stop it. This was just allowed to go on. We were nothing. We were totally insignificant. 50 years is a long time to have swept abuse under the carpet. So we can only be glad that it's finally being brought to light. But is it too late? Is it too little too late? That's what I fear.